Are the prettiest girls really the loneliest?
But the good thing about us uglies is that we don't deal with the common friends' constant unspoken agendas of trying to or keep the opportunity to open so they act the way they think you would like. It's super fake and to waste genuine time on someone who is anything but that. We have to sort of be decent people and have a few good talents or real character to be attractive. In my experience, super attractive women are easier to get, talk to, whatever, because so many men act weird to them or try too hard or embarrass themselves. A hot girl who gets talked to a lot will shut you down before the absolute bombshell that the other guys are intimidated by because you're the first guy to treat her normally in forever. I'm ugly as shit and I'm extremely lonely, so no. Have you tried not being ugly though? To see if you're still lonely? Man, why didn't I think of this? I wouldn't say I'm the cutest woman in the world or anything, but I've lost multiple female friends because they were butthurt. I didn't want to have sex with them. The friends with agendas problem is incredibly hurtful. You're not a person, just an object. You're not expected or appreciated for having intelligence, humor, charm. The number of people who will sexually assault you if given half a chance is crushing. The self-confessed prettiest women might have other causes for their loneliness. A lot of them aren't actually objectively pretty, but feeding their ego and pretending their loneliness is due to looks is an easy way out. Conventionally, pretty women are auto-invited into many social groups, especially when younger than average, and below women can't just magically join without additional work. It's like an extra 200 in Monopoly money to play with at the start of the game. Can you still be lonely? Of course. But that baked-in halo effect is a buff, not a bane. Fair. I suppose I should have worded it better. It's still possible they're lonely, it just happens less. Also, it's more common with dudes anyways. I'm a pretty approachable person, I think. I am average or slightly above looking and don't think I come across as creepy. When I travel, people mostly leave me to myself. My sister is very pretty, and whenever she travels, she loves to stay in hostels and whatnot, because she's almost always guaranteed to have a random group of people inviting her to go do stuff with them. Traveling with her is such a different experience because I get the perks of being with a gal and a pretty person, so we meet lots of fun people. We ended up getting invited with a group of girls from Spain to go clubbing with them when we were in Amsterdam a few years back. Got invited to a night on the town in Chicago last time we were there together. People can still be shitty to pretty people, just like they can be shitty to ugly people. It's just that they're way more likely to be shitty to ugly people for whatever reason. Some women think they are super pretty and are lonely because of that. In reality, they are super average, but behave as though they are super pretty. Hence, the loneliness. I have examples among my friends. It is an interesting phenomenon because it really does not make your life easier. Men want to have sex with you, but they'd a McChicken, so who cares? Other women immediately dislike you and go out of their way to try to bring you down. In the end, it doesn't really make you be loved as much as people think. Absolutely. I think the loneliness that attractive people face is very different from the traditional definition of it. You are always surrounded by people and of course have friends and well-wishers, but there is always an element of uncertainty. Is this person really my friend or just trying to get in my pants was a constant fear in all my interactions with the opposite sex. In fact, I believe this is not a gendered phenomenon either. There is a level of superficiality you encounter and get used to when you look conventionally better than others. And I believe it's more about navigating the relationships and finding those people who see you for you, while also ensuring you have more to offer than your looks. I have met women who were vapid and self-obsessed because they were good-looking, and that eventually leads to a lonely life that I see them lead now because beauty truly does fade. especially when you get obsessed with it. My friend also, when she was young and naive, got scammed a lot by nice guys, pretending they just wanted to be friends. Of course, she was so pleased that finally she could be friends with a man, only to be disillusioned again and again when she discovered they'd just been more sneaky about trying to hit on her. She became more and more distrustful of professions of friendship, which was, I suppose, inevitable, but also a bit sad. I think there's something to be said about how hot people love in this constant existence of, is this person interested in me as a person, or do they want to f me? One of the perks of being average is that I know all my friends are genuinely my friends because they like me. They're not just waiting for the right opportunity to try and get in my pants. If you are an average girl, almost all of your male friends still want to get in your pants. No. Former pretty girl. It was lonely in the sense that every single man I interacted with tried to have sex with me eventually, and almost every woman got insecure and avoided getting close to me. It was absolutely not lonely in the sense that nobody would approach me. That sounds like a fantasy invented to make men feel like they have a chance with a woman way out of their league. Being an attractive woman feels like you're a piñata, and every 5 seconds, a new blindfolded idiot tries to hit you with their stick. It's actually a fantasy for the women watching her. It's a cope. I'm not being approached because I'm too pretty. It makes me too intimidating. I'm the brother of a hot girl. No, most her problems are self-induced. Ugly girls have it harder, but both girls have one thing in common. You can find crazy amongst both subgroups. Less men are just not approaching anymore in general. It has nothing to do with beauty.
This is all for today, but the magic continues in our next video. Don't forget to subscribe and support us for more heartwarming content. Together, we'll keep the conversation alive. Until next time, stay connected and stay inspired.